got that heat.
Welcome to the season 4 premiere of the Lakers Locker Room. Yes, you heard it here. It is that time of year. The 22-23 OUA season is officially underway, and you're going to be hearing everything about Nipissing University Athletics here on the Lakers Locker Room this year. I'm your host, Tajon Graham, and today I'm super excited to be announcing our guest. He is the 21-22 men's soccer team's co-rookie of the year. Please welcome to Lakers Locker Room, my guy, Cedric Devos. Cedric, how you doing, man?
Good, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. It's been a long time since I've seen you. I hadn't seen you since April. So how's your summer been? Like, what you been up to the last 3 or 4 months?
Um, been doing quite a couple of things this summer. I had a move, a lot of soccer, I was actually injured as soon as I came back in April, so I was 2 months off the field. Still working as a coach, helping the club out, and this year coaching my first games for U11, U12s at my club, which was pretty fun. And after 2 months, once I came back, it was everyday soccer and just like really busy schedules. But I mean, that's what I like, so I enjoy doing it every day.
Yeah, what has that coaching experience been like for you? Because even our boy, I saw recently at Chu is your assistant coach now. So I know a lot of guys have. I've seen personally have kind of taken that shift from player to coach. What has that transition? What was that transition like for you this summer?
Well, I've actually been coaching for like 3, 4 years now, but this summer was the first time I actually coached my own team and games. So it's really a different view when you're a coach than a player. And now that I started like coaching games, I realized like the different perspectives coaches might have during games. Like sometimes as a player, your coach is gonna say something and you won't really see it on the field. But now that like I'm a coach too, I can see sometimes different things that the players on the field can't see. So it's good to understand both sides, and it makes the communication easier once you know both jobs.
Would you say it kind of gives you a whole new appreciation of the art of being a coach? Because being a coach is not easy, and obviously being an athlete, when you have coaches sometimes they're yelling at you, saying things sometimes you're just not trying to hear it. But now that you've had the experience of being a coach, does it give you a whole different perspective that you never seen before or didn't even pay attention to that you have now?
Yeah, it does. It does in terms of different characters, because no one's gonna have the same characters. So you gotta once you start coaching new kids, like especially when they're 11 and 12, you gotta really like understand their characters, their weakness, their strengths, and really like kind of pick out which player you can a little bit scream at in front of everyone, and which player it's better to talk to on the side. So it's really it's really like an experience that you learn a lot from. Like even the kids, like now I can see their progress. Like the younger you are, the bigger progress you can make, like in a short amount of time. And what I saw from the team I was coaching is just it's just fun to watch. Like I just had my last coaching game last week, and I saw the progress made by some players, and it's just happy to be like, oh yeah, I contributed to them getting better this summer. So it's really fun to watch.
When your Nipissing career is over, could we say that we could be seeing a coaching part of you when you're done in school?
Um, Probably not once I'm done the school. Um, my goal is still to be a professional soccer player.
Okay.
So hopefully the ideal career path would be to be a pro soccer player, and once that is done, possibly to look at being a coach, yes. But on the short term, it's really player focused. Of course, like for now, while I'm at uni, I'll keep doing coaching during the summer um to get my experience up. But as soon as I'm done uni, I'll try and find really a place where I can go to the next level as a player.
That's dope. That's dope. Transitioning into this upcoming season. So today is September 8th. So you guys are just about to get ready to kick off your season in 2 days on Saturday against our northern rival, Laurentian University.
That's right.
How excited are you to kick off your second season in the OUA?
Really excited, man. Like it was a little tough to transition first year to get used to the short season. Last year it was only 10 games with still the COVID protocols. This year we'll have at least 12 games. But obviously our goal this season is to get a playoff game at home. So I mean we gotta kick it off strong. We gotta get a win this Saturday and just go off from the start, just have high expectations and high goals, and yeah, just go at it, man.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of old returning players coming back like yourself, but you also have a lot of new players coming in. What's the
Yeah,
camaraderie and mindset been like in training camp heading into this weekend playing your first game?
it's been good. Like I can see that everyone, returning players as well as new players, are determined to get great results this year. The work put in at practice is always high, and we've had a big preseason training camp. Lots of work, lots of training, but everyone's just been there working hard, and we're just preparing as best as possible for the season, and it's been looking good so far. So we're gonna try and put all those efforts and show Nipissing with the home opener on Saturday, and hopefully get a W and start the season off right.
Having a year under your belt now and now looking to go into your second season, you've obviously had the opportunity to play against this type of competition. In this offseason, what was the biggest emphasis that you wanted to focus on to improve your game going into this season in terms of the mental aspect? Is it part of your game, your body? What was your big emphasis of how you trained this past offseason?
Personally, my goal once the past season was done was really to get some to put some weights and get like physically stronger. And I've just trying to be at the gym every day off season, and it's been well. I've put on I would say 3 to 4 kilograms, so it's been enough, you know. Like I was trying to still balance it to not take on too much weight, because if I took too much weight, I'd have to cut before the season and really adjust, because you have to try to find the perfect balance of being strong enough but not too heavy on the field. Because in my position as the attacking mid, I need a lot of agility, so I can't be too heavy. I need to be quick on my feet, and I still need to build a strong physique, because as we know, the OUA is a very strong league. Uh, it's based on physicality. Like that's what most of the games are going to be, very physical. And if you're not ready, gotta hit the gym, man. Gotta get ready, strong, and just go at it.
And I think that's a dilemma too that a lot of athletes kind of go through, especially when you're coming first year into second year. And obviously you still are you still a teenager? Are you 19?
Yeah, 19, yeah.
So like when I came in my first year, I was the same way. I was 19. So when you're a pretty young, you're still trying to find the balance of like your body's still growing. You're trying to see what the competition level's like to see what works for you. And then when you play your first year, you're trying to see, okay, this is possibly what I need to do in terms of it's my body, if it's my mental aspect, so on and so forth. I think a lot of times a lot of athletes kind of have that dilemma of okay, what body mass works for me. Because even I can talk about last season, like I was I think 210, 215 my first year, and then going into last training camp, I went in as like 220, thinking, okay, I need to bulk up. Then I was moving around, I'm thinking, don't like the way I'm moving. I think it's a little too heavy, and I trimmed back down to 215. So I do appreciate the fact that you said that because I think a lot of times athletes try to find that best balance that works for them. Even professional athletes talk about all the time. You see a lot of times there are guys that bulk up for a certain reason, but then as guys get older, for example, like guys like LeBron, guys trim down because of the wear and tear. So I definitely think it's important that you kind of alluded to body type. I definitely want to go back to last season. So obviously you talked about at the beginning, 21, 22 years, your first year. OUA were just coming back. Obviously, all the sports were still going through the COVID situation, hence why you guys only played 10 games. When you're coming into your first year, and I can speak from the personal experience, you have all these expectations or ideas of how it's supposed to go or what you think you're going to be. Based on how it went for you, take away the rookie of the year for a second. How much of your experience that ended up being was similar or different to what you anticipated when you first came in last year?
Well, to be honest, um, I didn't know like what to expect much in terms of like playing level, like the league, how intense it would be. But I've heard a lot that like in a lot of universities, first year students don't play a lot or don't play at all. So my goal was definitely my first goal was definitely to get some minutes under my belt and just try to every week build up those minutes and get more and more playing time. And to be honest, I got more playing time than I thought I would have, and I was pretty happy with that. And I was just trying to do my best from the start of the season, so I'm happy it paid off and it allowed me to get more and more minutes going forward in the season.
Every rookie kind of has that one person or sometimes a couple guys in terms of veterans that kind of take you under the wing and kind of help you along the journey. For you personally, who was that person on the team last year that kind of took you under the wing, kind of helped you progress as the year went on?
To be honest, I couldn't point out just one. Like when I came in, it was very welcoming. I remember staying at Devon's house for the 3, 4 training camps in the summer, and from the start, he was very welcoming, showing us around, bringing us to the boat, like to nice places around North Bay, and just really explaining us and kind of answering all the questions we had. Because I know I'm someone that talks a lot sometimes and has a lot of questions on my mind. So it was good for him to really be that leader and just show help us, basically help us through to go through stuff, obviously. And uh and obviously I got close with Elias Maladin in Austin. I live now with Elias in Austin, which uh, which is a big step too, going from res to a house. I'll see how it goes this year. Obviously, res was the first time I really lived alone, so it's a big step. And now it's still gonna be something different because at res you kind of got everything done for you, but in a house it's a bit different. It's bigger, so there's more things to take care of. So yeah, it's
Let's stay on that for a second because I went through the same thing, and I know a lot of athletes, even doing the senior send off series last year, talked about this. What was that adjustment period like? Because people don't understand, like, or some people do, like, when you're so used to assisting your whole life, being home, having parents around, having that support system around, and then moving away from home for the first time at 18 is oh, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. What was that transition like for you in terms of being on your own for the first time, like you alluded to? And how long would you say it took for you to be comfortable and having a routine for yourself?
well, to be honest, it's hard to say how long it took because obviously the first 2 months of uni is the soccer season, and once the soccer season is done, it's again you kind of start from scratch again and gonna change your routine and your schedule because you won't be like when the soccer season is there, like away almost every weekend. Once the season was done, we're there on the weekend, so it's a lot to adjust. Like, for example, when like before uni, I was able to make some basic meals, but you realize once you get to uni, you need to cook for yourself 3 times a day at least. And a lot of people don't realize that if you want to eat healthy, like it takes a lot of time, 3 meals a day to do it
Yeah.
yourself, especially when you're an athlete. You get back from training at 8, 9 p.m. You go in the shower and you're there, you just want to go to bed, but you gotta eat, get your body rested and back with energy. So that's really a big thing to adapt. Making sure you do your laundry like a lot as an athlete too. It's really you gotta pay attention also like budget wise, like you gotta
Mm-hmm.
manage like like I'm not gonna lie, the first month it was really complicated every time I was doing grocery shopping. I had a list, but still then it's hard to plan every meal for a week or two. It's sometimes you just gotta kind of try and really think about it before you do a grocery,
Yeah.
before you go there and just like make sure. you're not gonna buy too much or like not enough. And like obviously the budget is important because that's something I realized first year uni. Like I'm probably gonna tell a few of the rookies on a team, like you really gotta watch out for your money because it can just first year it can really like fly away. You gotta start learning how to manage your budget. It's a really big part of uni, especially if you're gonna stay 4 or 5 years. You
Yeah.
can't be throwing away because you're already paying for your studies, which is expensive. So that's a big thing.
Yeah, and I think too, and that was kind of one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to go away for schools because you grow up quicker and you learn all these skills because sometimes people are so accustomed to, like I said, the environment of being comfortable. And people and everyone knows like in order to grow, you have to be as the saying says, you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And I think being away from home, especially you being 18, I think you kind of went through that. And I think it was good because you learned a lot of things now. And then as you go on throughout university career, you're just gonna get better and better. You're gonna grow and grow. And now you have the knowledge to help other people, which I always say is the most important thing. Like if you have knowledge, share with it, especially as you get older on your team. Like there's no point in you going through the stuff that you went through, but not using that to help other people because other people are gonna go through the same thing. Especially student athletes. Yeah, I think you've known within 1 year, it's pretty common. Basketball, soccer, hockey, they all go through the same struggles.
I think what was good for me coming into the first year, I came in with Arjun, Estelle, and Isaac, who I was playing soccer with in Ottawa for the past 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sharing a res apartment with Arjun, which made it easier because you don't feel as much alone. And every time you got a question, you can just like go to each other and just kind of get two brains together and figure things out on how things work. And it was an easier step to adapt. I definitely think that if you're coming into uni alone, it's it's difficult at the start, but that you're gonna make friends. Like at uni, it builds up quick. Like you meet a lot of people quick. It's not always easy to remember everyone's names, but especially when you go to a university like Nipissing, it's pretty small. And to be honest, I like it better here because we kind of say everyone knows each other and it's more cozy. It's more like a big family.
Yeah.
And it's like the profs also can help you better because the classes are smaller. Like everyone is kind of there for each other compared to a big uni. It would be a little more complicated to get help and to just get people to help you at least your first year to kind of show you how it's done and to get you started. But here it's really it's been a smooth transition, sorry, especially after like the COVID. Like last year when we started, the COVID slowly started to slow down, but it was just a good transition from all that COVID period to the first year, yeah.
And would you say in your recruitment process, the fact that Nipissing University kind of has that environment that, like you said cozy, would you say that was the biggest draw to you in terms of why you decided to come here last year?
I think the biggest reason why was probably the soccer team at first.
Okay.
Uh, really trying to. I felt like coming here, I would be able to show my full potential from the start. And as the coach said, it didn't matter if you were first year or fifth year. If you're good enough, you'll get minutes, and that's what I like. I didn't want to go somewhere where they don't really look at how you play. They just kind of look at how old you are and put you on the field. I really wanted to have that mentality that if you give everything and you just work hard, that you'll be able to get some minutes. And obviously, um, before coming here, I didn't know much about North Bay, but I
Right.
was I was pretty surprised with how it is. It's kind of like a little vacation city, like I would say. Like you know, there's a beach, a lake, especially in the summer. It really feels like summer you would go like on a vacation to kind of chill. It's small, yes, but I feel like it's pretty good. There's still there's still a few things to do during the school year. Like we can still have fun. it doesn't mean that we're in North Bay that we can't have fun.
Right.
Like there's still a lot of things to do, and you can just meet so many people that you'll have you'll always have something to do and something fun to do. So yeah, I like it around here. It's nice. It's nice.
Last season, and specifically last April, you were named the co-rookie of the year. Talk to me about that.
Big achievements on the personal level. Coming in, it's not something I really was thinking about. I was really thinking about like doing a good season and just like I said, getting some playing time. And the more the season went forward, the more I saw myself getting better and just improving. And obviously, like after the season was done, once we started training in the winter too, and we got closer to the ceremony a lot, like everyone started talking about it a little bit, and when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, why not? It could be something I would win. Um, and as my goals were high, like I would have been a little disappointed if I didn't win
Oh,
because
I remember. I was sitting next to. I remember you were upset. You said I'd be upset if I didn't win.
that's right.
I
Like
remember.
I mean, I set high expectations for myself on the field, so I'm just happy that I got rewarded on the solo level. But obviously, like I'm happy with that prize, but we didn't like get to our goal as a team last year. So like this year, it it's good to get individual prizes, but it's way better to go further as a team, because yes, last year I got rookie of the year, but we only played 10 games. We didn't get to a playoff game, and we just got to try and do it this year to have more games, more fun. And I mean, the farther we go, the more fun we'll have because the competition will be higher and more people will be watching the games, more people will be looking at you, and that's something I like about soccer. I like when a lot of people are there. It gives kind of little pressure, but I like playing with pressure on, so it's something I enjoy. So obviously going far in the playoffs would increase all those things.
You touched on it too. So obviously, the last few years, the program took steps forward. Making the playoffs pretty consistently. You guys, unfortunately, did take a step back by not qualifying last year. Going into this weekend and this season, how is the team's mindset and approach to how far this team could go this season? What is everyone saying in the locker room or on the field in terms of how far this team can really go?
Well, obviously everyone wants to go as far as possible, and that starts with our goal to have a to host a playoff game. But obviously that's the first step. Like in the back of our heads, we want it's not just about hosting a playoff game and if we do, we'll be happy. No, like if we host a playoff game, it's gonna be there to win, and we just want to reach as far as possible. Like I just want to like on my level, I my goal is to be in the OUA finals this year and just have a spot like have an opportunity to try and possibly go to nationals. And yes, it's a big thing to say considering like the small school we are, but from what I've seen on the field, it's completely possible. Like we have the players there, we have the mentality, and if we all play strong together, we can do big things this season.
Where do you see your role expanding this year from last year? Like I said, you had the year, you won Rookie of the Year, obviously, so you had a successful year personally. You now have a little bit of experience. You kind of have the mindset in terms of how this works. You kind of have the routine. Where are you looking to take that next jump in the game this year? If it's on the field, if it's off the field, if it's your routine, like where do you see yourself taking that jump this year?
Like obviously the first thing is gonna be now that I have like the first year experience, it's from the start of the season have a really organized schedule and try to respect that schedule every single day, just to be consistent and to get my body ready for the season. And once the season starts, it's all about improving. And from what I did last year, my goal is to get more goals, more assists than I did last year, and possibly for me to make the OUA All-Star team. That would be a personal goal.
Yeah.
And obviously, in my opinion, if the further a team goes in this league, the more opportunities we'll have to have a couple players on our team make the OUA All-Stars. So it's really it would be an individual reward, but at the end of the day, it's a team award because if you don't go far as a team, it's gonna be you can't do everything alone. We're 11 on the field. We're there's a couple players on the bench with coaches. Even even we got a big squad. So it's really everyone plays a role. Like if one week you don't play as much or you don't play, you're still important to the team. You can still help with your voice, with what you're saying. Sometimes the smallest things you say in a locker room can change one player's game. Like I remember last year, right before the game started, Devin had a really like nice speech, like short but nice speech right before our game on the field, and it's really like something that touched me inside, and I was like, okay, like now I realize, okay, I'm here. This is what I need to get, and I just need to die for whoever's beside me on the field.
Do you remember what he said?
Um,
You don't mind sharing?
yeah, it was a lot of it was a little bit emotional, just talking about how now we're on our own, but we're playing for our family, for our parents. They helped us get through here, and like really like on the personal side of things, like
Yeah.
I have complicated things with like family, so it's really like when he got this space shot, it's really something that touched me, but in a positive way, like it motivated me to really get on the field and just kill it out there.
Well, that Devin do nothing is a wise man. So
Yeah.
again, but Cedric, we're winding down on this podcast episode, so I'm really appreciative having you on. Quick hitters. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions. Just say the first thing that comes to your mind, okay?
Okay.
Three artists that you have to listen to before a game.
Wow. Booba, French rapper.
Okay.
Uh, Lil TJ.
Okay.
Uh, and the third one, J. Cole for
Oh,
Role Models.
yo,
That song right before a game
I
just
had a feeling you're gonna say that. I don't know why. As soon as you said J. Cole, I'm like, this guy's probably gonna say no role models.
yeah, that song before a game just hits different.
Yeah, so whew, I like that list. And you can spend a day with someone dead or alive, who would it be?
Uh, at this moment, it would be my grandpa.
Mm,
Passed away this summer, so
rest in
it
peace.
would, it would really be him right now. But I'm sure he's happy where he can see me and he's proud of me from where he is.
Okay. Favorite athlete?
Uh, Favorite athlete would be Eden Hazard. Uh,
Okay.
but uh, but De Bruyne is right there because I have a very similar playing style to him, and everyone just calls me KDB. So that's my favorite one. The one that made me fall in love with soccer is Eden Hazard. Yeah,
Nice.
the
Favorite movie?
complicated one. I would probably say one of the Mission Impossibles.
Okay.
Really like Tom Cruise in those movies, so probably
Okay.
that,
Okay. Well, since it is 2022, it's the year of the World Cup, so it's only befitting. Who do you got winning the World Cup?
I'm gonna go for my heart here, Belgium, man. I have to say it. I have to say it. I have to believe in my country. I gotta believe in it.
Dang, nice. Final question. You talked about it, and I really appreciate how much you. It seems like you learned a lot from your first year. But just to sum it down for final question before we end off air, word of advice for incoming student athletes, if you got one.
Um, Patience. Be patient. You're gonna every day you're gonna learn new things at uni, and sometimes you'll see that you're being patient. everything is just gonna come to you at uni. It's just you'll learn new things every day without even looking for them. It's just you just gotta be patient and just take everything, take every information that people give to you, just gotta take it in because most of the information someone is gonna give you, especially if they're older, it's something that you gotta keep in the back of your mind because it might be something that you might need in your future university career.
Well, that is the end of the quick hitters, which means that's the end of this episode. Cedric, super appreciative for you taking the time to come on. It's been great being your friend of last year. I'm really excited for you and the team to kick off this weekend against Laurentian. So best of luck. I'll definitely be there to support you guys and appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks for inviting. It was a good one.
No doubt. And with that being said, that is a wrap on the season 4 premiere of the Lakers Locker Room, officially kicking out 22-23 in style. Want to thank my man Cedric Devos for joining us. You can find the video version of this interview on YouTube and listen to the full interview on all podcast streaming platforms. Peace.